Hello, everybody. Thank you once again for. Oh, let me put the chat on. I always forget to do that. Hey, Jossie. One of my peaches is here. Um, Thank you, everybody, for joining me for another Wednesday Paranormal Brew. I'm your host, Taryn Kerber. Again, it's every Wednesdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Tonight, I have somebody coming on who I've known for a while and never knew what she was into. I never knew that she ran and worked at the haunted Clifton Hotel in Pennsylvania. Um, that's another place to put on the Peaches bucket list too, by the way. Oh yeah, here's another one. Hey babes. So I never knew she did it. And when she told me, I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, I would have had her on a lot longer. Most of you know her. Um, she's pretty awesome. Her videos are great that she puts up, and I love her. Her name is Ariel Gratta, and she runs the ghost tours and runs kind of, I guess, manages the overnight ghost or the ghost hunts and stuff there. So before I continue to talk about nothing, I'm going to bring her on, and here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, earlier we were like this. Is that better, or do you like us further apart or further away?
I always want to be closer to you.
I love you. I so love you.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why are we like so like?
I like it. I can actually see myself,
Okay,
which is
good.
awful. So maybe we
I'll
shouldn't.
leave it up. I'll leave it up. I'll leave it up. So there's Peaches in here already. Hi, Lee. We're putting the Haunted Clifton Hotel on our bucket list.
Theater.
Theater. I'm sorry. Did I say hotel the first time too?
Huh?
Did I say hotel when I introduced it?
Yeah, but it's okay. You can do whatever you want.
Oh my God. I'm going to rewind. Sorry. Why was I saying hotel? The Haunted Clifton Theater, which I have never investigated a theater before. So
Fun.
it would also be, I'd also be a theater virgin, which I'm happy. I would love to come there.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Before we get to the Clifton Theater, which I want to, and I want to hear all the good fun stories about it and the history and all. Let's talk about you for a little bit.
Okay.
List how you got into the paranormal, like, and who you are, where you come from, and how you got into the paranormal, and all that stuff.
Well, the juicy stuff. Well, I mean, originally I'm from New York. I'm from Long Island.
Yeah.
Grew up in a very Italian Irish home. It was very strict. I went to Catholic boarding school because I was really bad.
I can't imagine you in Catholic boarding school.
Oh yeah, no, it's called Madonna Heights. It's still there. It's for bad kids that don't listen. They make you like so strict that it has nuns. You have to oh my God, you had like skirts and everything. Wow. It was a good time. I used to pull the fire alarm because there was no cameras back then and run out of the building. So I was a very bad child. I'm a very good adult though.
I was a bad kid too.
Yeah, no, I was wild.
I
think it was easier growing up in New York because now I live in Pennsylvania. I don't know how you get away with anything here. Like New York and Jersey, it's so different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got away with a lot of shit. I don't know how I did, but I did.
I don't know how I did.
I also look back and I'm like, how didn't I die that night? How
Yes.
how didn't I get kidnapped that night? And how didn't I, you know what I mean? Like, if I did this shit today,
Oh my
I
God.
did back then, I would be an ID on Discovery episode.
Oh yeah, I would definitely be like, it would be like, oh, she was so nice and brought joy
Right.
to the world.
I know.
But now we can't find her 35 years later.
Right, 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 right. So,
But I mean,
are
what
you
really got me in the paranormal field was my dad. He was very he
well,
loved it all. He thought it was
okay,
great.
but you come from a very religious family.
Oh yeah.
So, like, you said Catholic, right?
Yeah.
So they still, because I always hear it's a mixture. Some people will say that it was an absolute no in our family, because of the religion.
Yeah.
Like, anything ghost related was, you're talking to the devil, basically.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
my grandmother is very, I mean, God bless her. She's still alive. I hope she's watching this. But she's very much like, she'll be like, she'll let me talk about it and she'll be like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, the devil and God, he doesn't approve of that sometimes. And I'm like, I know, Grandma, I'm really sorry. Gotta make her happy. But I mean, yeah, no, my dad was very spiritual and like, so like he very much was like into it and didn't care what anybody said. But like, I don't know, I think most people in my family, I think they just think I'm very weird.
really?
Yeah, I'm not like anybody else in my family. Nobody else in my family does things like this. And they're all like super successful and they all live in New York or Florida and live fabulous lives. I run a movie theater in Pennsylvania.
Listen, I'm the same. I'm like, I have 6 brothers and 1 sister.
Oh, wow.
I'm the only one that does this. You know
Oh,
what I
my
mean?
sister. Yeah, my sister does not like this stuff
Really?
at
So
all.
she's
No, she
afraid
thinks
of
it's
it,
freaky.
or is she
Huh?
afraid of it, or she thinks you're like doing something bad?
No, she's afraid of it.
She's
She thinks
afraid of
it's
it.
freaky. And she thinks that like you shouldn't mess with things like that. Like
Yeah.
it'll come at you later. And I'm always like, you hope it comes at you, Tiana. But I mean, she's a journalist and she works for a radio station on Long Island and she has her own like blog and everything. My sister's like very big traveler and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but she doesn't like any of this. She like, I
I,
have haunted
I
dolls, and she's like, no,
no,
nope. She'll get
I'm
a
with her
hotel.
on the doll part. Yeah, I'm with her on the doll part.
No, I love dolls.
She's never had an experience.
I don't think so. I mean, no, she's never at least told me about any experiences. It just freaks her out. So I think she like tries to stay away from it,
Or she denies it.
or she denies it.
Like,
Yeah, like
she'll like make herself think it's something else.
yeah, like my mom will listen to all the stories and she always tells me the same story about when her and my dad were in this cabin in upstate New York, and she was like, we all got our stuff out in the middle of the night, and she was like, and I asked your dad to go back in and get my purse, and I just felt like something was going to grab me the whole time. So she's like very much believes it. And my stepdad believes it. I don't know about anybody else in my family. I don't really ask them. They're like, oh yeah, that's so cool. We see that you do that. And I'm like, yeah.
My niece is super into it. She went with me one time. She loves it. My one niece. My brothers, they're police officers. They bust my balls. One believes in it and one doesn't. But like my one niece has my house in the 360 as Ghostbusters headquarters. You know, you know what I mean? Like, so, and then they'll go, ooh, spooky. Like if I say something, not even talking about ghost hunting, like I'll be like, oh my God, this mac and cheese is so good. They go, ooh, is it spooky? I'm like,
Anytime I go anywhere, they'll be like, what is this place haunted too? Do you feel a ghost? Is there a ghost here?
right,
I'll be
right.
like, yes, I feel like this Target is haunted actually. It's aisle 7.
You know what though? I think that, like, because I get that too. Like, and it makes you not want to say something when you like experience something somewhere, because everybody's always like, oh, everywhere you go, there's ghosts.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
there's just people that can pick up on that stuff. I think they're
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah.
I
They're
think they
attracted
are
to you,
everywhere.
especially if you're open to it. I think they're very attracted to that. I think they're attracted to different like people's like spirits and lights inside them. I feel like
Yeah,
different spirits are attracted to us.
yeah, for sure. So I interrupted you with something because I
It's
started,
okay.
you were talking about cat. So I started to say, so you started talking about dad being real spiritual.
Yeah. So
So,
my
go ahead.
so my dad is the one that got me into all like the paranormal stuff. When I was little, we'd go out and hunt like vampires because I was obsessed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and
Oh
like
yeah,
he encouraged my weirdness, which God bless him.
that's awesome. Because I mean, like I wasn't into the paranormal or history. I wasn't into anything like
So I
until
loved it.
yeah, until I went to Gettysburg for the first time with my mom, and that was 2006.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, yeah.
No, I've always loved history. My dad's a physical therapist. Um, and I remember like people that he took care of. Like I remember meeting a woman from the Titanic and her telling me stories. And I've met
Oh shit, that's
like four
awesome.
Holocaust. Yeah, listen, it was amazing that she was like 7. She was telling me, and she's like, I just remember everybody being very cold and staying together. She was like, and I remember hearing crying and screaming. She was like, my mother had nightmares for the rest of her life, and she'd like tell us like all these stories. And I was young, and it was quite amazing. And I met a
That's so
multiple
cool.
Holocaust survivors because of it. So that kind of stuff got me very much into like there has to be more, you know.
No, wait, no. So how did you meet these people?
My dad was a physical therapist,
Oh,
and
okay.
he used to run nursing homes.
Oh,
So when I was younger, I mean, and even growing up, I'd always go to work with him. So
yeah.
I
So
followed my
then
father everywhere.
what an interesting conversation to have with someone.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? On both ends, the Holocaust person and like to talk to somebody that's been on the Titanic, that was
I
on the
know.
Titanic.
But
That's
now,
oh,
I mean,
that's so mind blowing.
and I don't think there's any. I don't know if there's any survivors still alive. I feel like there might be a few, maybe some of the kids that were on board. But yeah, she was an older woman, and she was so sweet, and she's used to sit there, and she used to love me, and she'd sit there and tell me stories. And eventually, I mean, I remember her just like kind of forgetting, like talking to me and stuff like that. So like, I mean, she was there for years. But yeah, she used to tell me all types of stories all the time about that, and she was a little kid. It was quite phenomenal.
Crazy. Yeah, no, that would what an
My
experience.
grandmother survived, I mean, the Great Depression. She tells me stories about it all the time.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I
yeah,
love anything to do with history.
yeah. Now I do. I'm totally
Yeah.
different. Now I just want to well, I want to move to Gettysburg. So that I mean,
That's what I always say. I bought a house in the middle of nowhere and I'm like, oh, I want to move to Gettysburg.
I want to move to Gettysburg. I just want to be there. I love it.
I
Um,
do too.
it's just an amazing place. It really is.
Auntie
Um,
Andrew lives there and he is the love of my life.
yes,
He
he
is. So that's one of the reasons I want to move there.
he's the love of a lot of women's lives.
Yeah, listen, I got a felony and these women better watch out. He knows I'll fight for him. I played
Yeah.
that game with him. I hear that a lot though, and it's very disappointing. I'm very disappointed in him.
Now he doesn't ever say if he's got one.
I am it. I don't care what he says. I'm it.
That's so cute. I love it. I do. I love Andy. Andy came out for my birthday bar crawl, and he's gonna tries to come out every year. I go there for my birthday bar crawl. You should come. It's really fun.
I will come. Thank you for the invite.
Um. So let's see. So your dad gets you into this. He was a spiritual person. Did he believe in it the way we believe in it? Or were there other, like, was he more on the spiritual side? Because you said he was spiritual. Was he more on the spiritual side, or was he like,
Oh,
yeah,
he very much believes what we believe.
okay.
Like there is an afterlife. I believe. I mean, unfortunately, my father's passed, so I can't ask him. But I mean, he's always talk about reincarnation and all different types of things. He was very open minded to anything and anyone and any type of thing like that. But he used to always say that my dad used to go in the woods a lot and go like hunting and stuff like that. And he'd always tell me like wild stories where he saw like Bigfoot, but like he also told me he saw ET outside our house. So I mean, I don't know.
Oh, ET. I used to want an ET. That would have been
No, I
cute.
was petrified of ET growing up. So he used to tell
Well,
me
I
that
can
like, oh,
understand that.
he is so freaky.
I wanted one.
I met D. No, yuck. I met D. Wallace, and no, I met D. Wallace, and I was like, I loved you, but I was so scared of you. And then I met Elliot, the guy that plays him, And I was like, I had the biggest crush on you, but I was so scared of you. He was like, you know how many women tell me that? I was like, oh, okay. I'm not the only one.
So, how did you wind up um, getting into, like, were you part of a paranormal group?
Oh, for the theater? I mean, I've always done things on the paranormal, but usually I just did it like with me, and I make my best friend Kirsten come with me. I drug her everywhere and she hates it and it freaks her out and she screams and runs away, but she'll get over it.
How old were you when you
Um,
started doing that stuff?
oh, I've been investigating probably since like I was like, I don't know, like real investigating and going places for like 13, 14.
Oh,
I was really young. Me and my friends used
yeah.
to go to a place called Kings Park Insane Asylum. It's still there, the building. It's in Kings Park, Long Island, and it is one of the most haunted, wildest locations I've ever
Wait,
been to in my life.
it's still open?
So they are open like the office, like some parts are open as office buildings, but like this town was built around like the mental institution. So like it was a full town of like they had their own ice cream shop and their own tailor, barber, anything in this town they had. And then it was the rest of the town was built around the sane asylum. So I mean, this place was there for ages. And then they got shut down for doing electric shock therapy, lobotomies, and I forgot who the journalist was. Oh my gosh. It's the one with that thick mustache. She's the one that like broke the news of how like people were being treated in mental hospitals and the place got
Um,
shut down.
yeah.
So
So it's still there.
yeah,
Um,
it's still there. The buildings are also there. You can sneak in, but there are cops.
oh, so no, they don't open it up for people like to walk
I
around.
don't know if they do. If they do, I would love to. But they do let you go up to the buildings, but they don't let you go in the buildings. They're all locked. But I mean,
Even being outside of them, though.
oh yeah, no, even
Yeah,
being outside of them, you can feel the presence. I mean, I've been inside of them. I've been in the tunnels. I've been in a lot of the buildings there. I mean, back when I was growing up, it wasn't, you could just
yeah.
go do whatever you wanted. There was no cameras and stuff. So I mean, we used to sneak in there all the time. And I mean, I've heard and I've seen full bodied apparitions. We've heard like full conversations. That place is absolutely amazing. There's videos of it, not many though.
And what's it
Um,
called again?
Kings Park Insane Asylum. There's a few videos out there of this place, which I'm shocked there's not more.
Somebody's asking where on Long Island.
It's at Kings Park. So the name of the town is called Kings Park. It's in Suffolk County.
Okay. I'm from Rocky Point in Levittown.
I grew up in Levittown. My grandma still lives in Levittown.
Oh,
Yeah, little baby.
um, and then I was from West Babylon, Long Island. I now live.
Okay.
See, everybody's moving to PA.
Yeah, Babylon. Listen, DPA, Deer Park Avenue. It's where all the racing used to happen growing up. That was one of the most popular places to be.
Hmm. That's true. But I got the Getty's. That's where I'm going, Gettysburg.
That's what I'm telling you. It's a good bet. Gettysburg is beautiful and it's very laid back there.
Yeah, and the people there are awesome.
Hmm.
You would think that being in a tourist town, the people that live there would hate that. Now,
Yeah, and
there
they
are,
don't.
right. Granted, there's like one or two that I've ever talked to that ever said anything that not that they hated it, but that they just complained a little bit about the traffic, right?
Which I get.
Yeah, but for the most part, they love us.
Keeps the town alive, and
I
that's
don't even think
very
I'm a tourist
important.
anymore. I'm not a
I've
tourist.
been to I've been to a lot of historical, like I went to Salem and I was so disappointed because it doesn't look anything historical. It's
Right.
not like I was so disappointed when I went there. I mean, I still go just because
It's
I just want
Salem.
to go. Yeah, it's Salem. But I've gone there a few times. I've taken my kids and my kids were like, is this where all like the trials happen? I was like, well, not in this town, but like there's like nothing left. They
Yeah.
don't preserve anything, but Gettysburg preserves a lot of their
Isn't it
buildings.
crazy?
Yeah.
And that's what amazes me. Like, you're literally walking in the same footsteps that people walked in, living in their houses 170 years ago. Like,
That is the most amazing. I've investigated the Jenny Wade house. Me and my friend Bailey. I was with Andy one night. Bastard. And me and Bailey were investigating the Jenny Wade house together. And I was just like, me and her were sitting there. I was like, like we're sitting on her floor. Like she probably did this. A bunch of
Right.
5-year-olds. But
Yeah.
it's amazing to think that. And we
Yeah.
had so many EVPs and had conversations.
Like, and the floors are original in that house. Like everything's original. Like, how did they preserve it? And think about what it went through. There was like 50,000 over. I can't even tell you. I have a little book of facts of Gettysburg, but actually, how many people were there in those 3 days? And then you think about the gunfire, the cannon, the all the destruction, the fire, the shootings, the like everything that went
The
on there.
orphans, the, like there's all the deaths and stuff.
Yeah, but all the fight and these
Mhm.
houses that still stand.
I know what imprints it could make into those buildings.
It's insane. I love it. Um,
Yeah,
anyway, we digress. Um, because I can talk about Gettysburg all day long.
I
But
me too.
I want
I
you
love
to talk about the haunted Clifton Theater.
it.
I apologize for saying hotel earlier.
It's okay.
I don't know
You
why.
can spend the night there, so kind of like is a hotel.
So how do you get into the into get into the Clifton? Like, did you hear it was haunted, or did you know what I mean? Like, how did that all start?
So, I mean, I started working there about going on, oh my God, like going on 7 years now. It's like my life. And when I first started working there, like everybody, like you, like within the town, everybody always used to say like stories of the theater being haunted here or there. And when I first started working there, everybody that worked there had a story. Somebody like something happened to them, and like nothing had happened to me. And I was like, this place is not haunted. Like nothing's going on here. And I just remember one of the first experiences I had alone was um I was walking down one of the hallways by myself. I was opening up and I dropped my phone. I look down and I look up and I see a full body apparition of a woman running from one side to the other. And like she was so crystal clear. She had like this cutout of like, remember how like the old performers were dressed and they have like those hoop gowns underneath? It was like that white with the hoops or like the dress would
Yeah,
stick out.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what she was wearing.
So
Exactly. She was wearing the white hoop thing.
wow.
And she ran
She
from
was
one.
dressed.
Mhm. And I just went, I just like remember standing there like, was that somebody? Like, how did somebody get in this building? Like,
Right.
so like I went and investigated and we realized that there, wherever I saw her run into is a doorway. So, I mean, this building now stands, it has 5 theaters. This building used to take up an entire city block.
Oh
So it
wow.
was massive. It used to have its own barber, its own anything you wanted was inside of this beautiful, luxurious
And it's
theater.
always been a theater. It's always been a theater.
Yeah, it's been a theater. It was originally the Huntington Opera House, and that was built back in the late 1850s. Before that, there was a homestead there, and it had like a mom, dad, and their kids. And I do believe that they died on the property.
Okay.
Now, there are
Okay.
no recorded deaths on the property that we know of.
But so you guys you believe that they passed on the property?
We believe that they passed. For the people of the homestead,
Yeah.
it would make sense for them to be buried either here or up at the cemetery. And we never found their gravestones at the cemetery here, but I mean it is a massive cemetery, so
Yeah. So was the theater, was the house knocked down and then they just built a theater, or
yeah, they started like actually building up Huntington. Huntington started becoming very popular. The people that the McMurtry's that used to run Huntington, they used to be the founders of Huntington. They're a very well-to-do family, so they were very, very popular and brought a lot of business and made Huntington what it is. They used to own alligators, so we actually do ghost tours at their house sometimes too.
that's
It's the
cool.
historical society now, which it's pretty cool. But yeah, so um, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yes.
There it goes. I
Um,
forgot.
I was saying about, so we were talking about the Clifton. So you said at one point it was the
Oh
Huntington,
yeah. Yeah,
right?
so at one point it was the opera house, and then it changed hands, and then opera was no longer popular, and then talkies became popular, and then live theater became super popular again, and we had it's like a 360 stage or where it's like you can see wherever
Oh,
you
that's
sit, you
cool.
can see everybody on the stage.
Oh, that's cool.
The stage is still there. It's not like it was. So Dave recreated what it would look like. We have like the mezzanine seating, and theater two is still just as glamorous as it used to be. We've had some like fantastic performers perform at the Clifton when it was a live thing. Sorry, this is one of my kids walking in.
Hi.
Hi. Go sit down. So sorry. And
No, you're fine.
I have children. They're just gonna roam. We've had like Roy Rogers performed at the theater. Drew Barrymore's grandfather, Jack Barrymore, has performed at the
Oh,
theater.
cool.
We had like a bunch of well-to-do people perform and be part of the Clifton. So I think that even in past times, it was very important to a lot of people because the spirits that are there are we believe are performers and old employees.
Okay. So everything you guys capture tends to be theater related.
Yes. I mean, we do have a child there. Um, I've heard it's a little boy. I've heard it's a little girl. I personally believe it's a little boy because I'll always leave like little cars around. And my kids are always with me and they come to work with me. And we'll leave this little car around and I'll be the first one there and the last one there. And that car will get moved all over the place.
Oh wow.
And I was at the concession booth one day and I was leaning over and all the movies were in. And clear as day, it sounded like I heard a little kid go, "Mommy." And I turn around, look around, not a kid in the building. It's late at night, so no kid's really going to be out watching a movie.
Right.
And I just look around. I just remember being like, "Oh my god, I sound like a little boy." So
So
there's one child in the building that I've interacted with, and many other people have interacted with and seen.
right.
But most of them
The
are
theater
performers.
so the theater still is open and running.
Oh yeah, we're an active theater. We show all the most common movies. We have like Minecraft right now. We have 5 theaters, so that's why we're called the Clifton Five. Dave bought the place back in the '80s, and he kept it a one theater opera house for I believe 7 years, and then he's the one that revamped it and turned it back into a 5 theater opera house.
So are all the different rooms, are they period, or did he make them to look like what it looked like?
He's made it to look like what it had would look like at that time,
Okay,
which
that's
is wonderful. So we have
yeah,
like
no, it's
the
beautiful.
original chandeliers and we have the original ceilings and it has these specks of like glass and jewels in it to make it look like a nighttime sky. So yeah, there's a lot of detail in the theater, especially theater two. That's our largest theater.
So which theater is the most haunted?
I don't like theater one because I've been grabbed in there twice. So I mean, I don't care if a spirit wants to touch me, but when it grabbed me, it was and it like yelled in my ear. It was the angriest spirit and the nastiest voice. It was just so mean and hateful. So I hate theater one, and I make everybody go in there with me. And I don't care that I'm an adult. I make my kids, yes, my children. I'm like, come with mommy. We gotta go in here. We gotta turn the heat on. I don't care. I'm gonna do it.
No. So you don't like theater one. So
No.
so what's so the history of it has just been that there's just has been, you know, this theater forever. Now have there been reports prior? Like where did how far back do the reports of spirit activity go? Do you know that?
So there is a woman that comes in. She's probably, I would say, probably 80s. And she said, I remember when I was a little girl, and she was telling me, and we're standing in the lobby, and she points to the wall, and she was like, right there was like a long bench. She was like, and it was really, really hard. She was like, and that's where we had to sit and wait for our parents. And in front of where she would sit, there's a stairwell, which is still there, which would lead to the upstairs to the women's bathroom, which now leads to my office, actually. Um, and she said, I just remember seeing this beautiful woman walk down the steps. She said, and then I said, Mommy, look at her. Look how pretty. She said, then she got to the last step. She disappeared. Her mother turned around and never saw her. That woman comes in and tells me and all of the employees that same story all the time. Never changed one time. So, I mean, she's 80 years old telling those stories.
So she saw stuff, and
Yeah.
guaranteed the people that were performing there had those
Oh, they had to
experiences.
have.
Yeah. That's got to Sorry. What's great about that is that it's almost like it's a natural error cue. It's taking place. Like, so when people are performing there and people, and you're
Yep.
having shows there and this and that, and, it's almost like that could be a way it's keeping that energy alive.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah, we had a few psychics in, and one of them told Dave, who's the owner of the company, David Peoples, they said that they like Dave and they like that how what he's doing and how he's keeping it going, and that they like when he does performances there, because we like do like town talent shows and we've had bands perform there, and they like that kind of stuff. So I mean, I Dave likes to keep it alive. Dave likes to keep it how it is, though. He loves the old fashioned, which I like that he keeps it that way.
So, so what are some of some of your favorite stories, and maybe things that you've even experienced there? That, I mean, is anything consistent? Like, like it's something that comes up a lot,
Oh,
from
one thing that
different.
happens all the time is the door to 4 and 5's projection room will get locked, and the concession door will get locked. So if the concession door locks, our whole concession is glass. So somebody has to get a chair at one side and jump all the way over. So I think that they enjoy watching us do that, because
Oh wow,
that happens quite often.
you're
The doors
performing
getting
for
locked.
them.
Yeah, they think it's funny, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they look at you perform.
Yeah, oh yeah, they think it's great, because then, or if you go back to 4 and 5 and the door is locked, you'll be like, "Can you please open it?" And you'll come back like 5 minutes later and it'll be open,
Oh
and you're
wow.
just like, "What the heck?"
So there's intelligent and residual.
Oh, absolutely. I believe that a lot of people see this woman. They call her the lady in white. People have called her the lady in red. The only woman apparition, I've seen two women apparitions. The woman that I saw in the hallway, and then I saw a woman in a green dress walking out the door, and then she just disappeared right behind my friend. Um, there you go. I forgot what I was saying again.
I was saying that there's intelligent and residual.
Yeah. So, and then there's times that it's always the same response. It's always uh, unintelligent responses, something that's just a moment in time to those people. But we do have many intelligent spirits. I mean, when my father had passed away, me, Kirsten, and a few other people were having an investigation there, from the guy from Orange County Paranormal. And clear as day, we're sitting on stage and we hear somebody say "dad," just like that. So I mean, there are very, very intelligent spirits. uh when I was crying one time and made a comment about me crying, which I was like, whatever, throw that in my face.
Really?
Yeah, no, they're very intelligent spirits. The theater 4, we have Jimmy Jones, who used to be the old general manager, so he used to have my job, and he used to be known to like rule with an iron fist. He was from Scotland. Him and his wife Pearl helped run the theater, and he ran the theater for many, many years. He started out as a doorman, and then he worked his way up, and he was very well respected, very well to do. But he was also known to be mob associated. So the theater is known to have a sketchy past. There was a couple that took it over, and allegedly, there's no proof, but allegedly, they were doing like a
You could just say it.
okay, I didn't know gay orgies and abortions and like wild,
Wow.
wild things. I
But
didn't
see,
know if I was allowed to say that.
even that type of stuff that occurred there can hold, you know what I mean? Can hold
Oh
energy. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Those
Because
dancers had contracts. And if you did not stay a certain size, look a certain way, your contract and you would be fired. So I mean, you get pregnant by an accident, they're gonna make you have an abortion. It's in your contract. So allegedly, from rumors we've heard throughout town, through the historical society and local people, that was one thing that was known to happen at the theater for the dancers, and that is one of the things that people hear the most, I guess, as women.
really. So
Yeah.
so women are the big. Listen, I'm getting distracted, so I have to tell you this. There's a certain point where you're like almost right now, but not quite. But you go and you move to a certain spot, and the ring are around your pupils, and it looks like your eyes have this white shine in the middle.
No, it's just my ring light.
No, yeah,
But
but it looks cool. It's not that it looks bad.
thank
It
you.
looks cool. It
Okay.
looks like your eyes are like white.
I mean,
Um,
maybe I'm a ghost. So
maybe.
I see what you're saying. I can
Yeah,
see it
yeah,
right now.
yeah. It looks cool.
Thank you. I
Sorry,
like that. I
I
feel
was
like
distracted.
Storm from X-Men. She had white eyes.
Yes. Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
her.
Very stormy.
Oh yes. But yeah, the theater's fantastic. It's been there forever. We have Save the Clifton on GoFundMe just because I mean theaters aren't popular like they used to be, unfortunately. But I mean, we have a really great community. We live in a little area, so everybody pulls together and keeps us going. And so we just hope to continue to keep doing that. But we are open for paranormal investigations, birthday parties, anything.
That's awesome. All right, so let's talk about um you. So what are the investigations like? Like how do you run those? Like
So
hours, pricing
it
and
just
stuff.
depends. Most people that book the place, they want to do it themselves. So I'll stay upstairs and sleep in my office while everybody roams and I sleep and I'm there if you have any questions or concerns. But mostly people do free room. We
You
also
said
we also do uh guided tours where we go to each auditorium. Chris Hammond, Haunted Hammy, he does a lot of them with us where we do guided tours and stuff like that, which we always get phenomenal results.
during the tours.
Yes.
So is it only you were saying like 11? You were saying like overnight, right? You can stay there.
Yeah, you could stay there. So if you rent the building, which it's $400 to rent overnight, which I think
That's
is a very fair
which is an
price.
amazing price, by the way.
I try to be fair. So you get 5 theaters, an attic, a basement, all the projector rooms, and you're there from 11 o'clock at night. You can stay till 11 in the morning.
Wow.
So, and there's many places for you to sleep. There's couches in the attic. There's the stage in two, and it's carpeted. So a lot of people choose to sleep there.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah,
Um, I prefer going on my own. Well, if we went, I would want you to investigate with us for a little bit at
I'll
least.
investigate with you.
Yeah, that would be fun to have you guys to have you investigate with us. I wouldn't want you
That'd
just
be
to
awesome.
yeah. So it's that, and that's the price is amazing. Now, do you do not overnight ghost hunts? Like, can people go at
Oh
like
yeah. So if you want to come from like 11 to 2, I work deals out with everybody. I want people to enjoy the theater and actually love it and have a good time and experience what I experience. So I mean we have all different types of price ranges. When we do our open tours and open rooms, usually it's $25 a person. I mean now there are a bunch of people that do show up, but we do private bookings where we can do $50 a person and you guys can stay from, this time to this time. Just depends.
how did you start doing the paranormal stuff there? I mean, at some point this had to be introduced.
Oh yeah, so me and an old coworker, he and I both started it, and unfortunately, he doesn't work there anymore. But I mean, he also still is in the paranormal field. So we started doing the tours right during COVID because I mean, what else was there to do? And so we started investigating and we realized how wild what we were getting was. And then we started inviting our friends over and it just took off from there. And we started doing tours and it became locally super popular. And now, like, everybody hopefully starts hearing about us and it gets us even more well known.
Yeah. So did you have to convince Dave? Like, look, Dave.
Listen, David does exactly what I say or I yell at him. He is. It's very true. David doesn't listen. He's there. I love David very much. He's a wonderful man, but David needs to listen to me more often. But no, David's very easygoing. He likes it. He knows it's real. He's experienced so much there. There's many times that he'd call and be like, "Are you guys gonna be done yet? Like, I still hear you guys downstairs investigating." And I'm like, "Yeah, we left like hours ago. We're not there." And he's like,
Oh,
"Wait
he
a minute."
lives there. So he lives there.
No, he's just there all the time. He'll stay there till like late at
Oh,
night doing book work. He really just
oh,
hangs out and watches TV.
yeah. It sounds like a cozy little place.
It
Even though
is.
it's
It
big.
really is. It's very like everybody like that works there, like we all love each other. We all get along, and
That's
it's
good.
a very family oriented place, and like all the locals know us, and it's a really wonderful place. I love working at the Clifton.
So do a lot of the local people, they accept like what you guys are doing and everything, or have you gotten any?
Oh, we get a lot of here. I actually just got a whole bunch. I'll send you the messages later. They're really funny. So I was sharing this that I was going to be on this, and I shared it locally, and it's called Happy Huntington. And this person was like, enough with the demonic stuff at the theater. Like, we can't even watch movies without demons. Like, I was like, one, everything we do is with positive intent, and we never go. One, I'm extremely religious. I grew up in an extremely religious household. I went to Catholic boarding school. I'm religious. So nothing we do there is ever ill intent. But yeah, no, we had oh, what are
And
their
where is
names?
there anything that says demonic anywhere?
I don't know. People are very dumb. I was going to say other words, but people are very stupid. They are. People are extremely dumb and very ignorant to it. Most people think it's like demon worshiping and like, I'm like, that's not even what happens. Half the time when you're investigating, you get tired and you're like, what? Somebody giving me any type of response.
Right, right, right.
You know, no matter where you go, it just gets to that point where you're just like, okay. But no, there's nothing. I mean, I think what's ever in one is not nice at all.
Right.
But we
It
have
would not be nice.
Freemasons.
Yeah.
We have Freemasons that meet there, and they used to like summon things. So,
They have rituals, yes.
mhm,
That's
yeah.
true.
So I very much believe because we were told by Terry, she's a psychic medium. We were told by her that what was ever in one was not of this earth, but was brought here. So I take it it's not something good because that's where we've had our most like interactions with. And then back in 4 and 5, like the hallway to the back area, I've had 2 employees get scratched.
So is any one more, do they seem to be attracted to one person more than the other, or?
Females, more attracted to females. It's more things will happen to the girls that work there than opposed to the men. I mean, men do experience things there, but like we've had groups of young girls come running out of Theater 4 screaming that the chair sat down next to them and they didn't like want their money back, but they just wanted to go. So yeah, so I mean, a lot of attention. But the Freemasons used to meet there, and they had a huge fire, and it was reported that they were running in to grab all their ritualistic paintings. So I mean, if you think about it, what could have been released in one of those paintings when it got burned up?
Right, right. So there was a fire there.
Oh yeah, so the theaters survived 2 fires, three 2 fires and 2 floods. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, pretty amazing.
How much of the building is original?
So the structure is original. Parts of Theater 2, the wallings are all original, but Dave divided it.
Right,
So what would be the one big grand theater now is 3 theaters. So
right,
there are original aspects to it. Some of it did not survive. Like the original fire took everything. It
right.
burnt it down to a crisp. They rebuilt it. Then part of the fire, who they believed was set off by a bunch of young kids. It it's the theater was savable. Like you could, we still there are certain spots in the building. Like if you go up into the attic, you can see where like burn marks were, and same
Mhm.
thing in the basement. You can see where a fire has happened. So I mean, there's still original parts all over.
Well, you were saying that the chandeliers are original.
Yeah, so we have the original chandeliers, we have original seatings, the original reels, the original
Well, that's cool.
old, yeah, we have the original projectors, which is like this old cast iron. It's massive, but
Yeah.
it's so cool because you can like
You ever
it like
use it?
cranks up.
You use it?
No, it's
Oh,
we wouldn't be able to show anything. We'd have to get a bulb for it, and I don't even know how to connect power to that thing anymore. I'm the projectionist at work. I'm a jack of all trades, but I don't think I can make that one work. Maybe.
wow. That would be
I
cool.
never doubt myself. If
Yeah,
I do, I'll let you know.
yeah. I would love to. That would be so cool
Oh
to
yeah.
to just and think about what that could probably conjure up. You know what I mean? Like playing one
Oh
of those.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
We play old time music performers that would perform there, and we get tons of responses when we go up into the projector room and I touch like where the projectionist would be, and I know what I'm doing is wrong, like saying like the opposite way to do something, like we get very much responses like, no, that's not how you do it.
Wow. Do you think
So
do you feel like the intelligent spirits there, as you've been there over time, um, get to know you and come out more, and you know what I mean?
yeah, because when I'm alone in the building, because like I think they know that like I don't care, like, and it doesn't like bother me like it like most other employees.
So
I
even if
feel
you're
like,
there, like, and something, you hear some shit,
oh, you hear and see things all the time. I
and you don't
hear
get
and see
scared.
things at least once a shift. There's times that I get freaked out. I mean, there are times like sometimes when I see people like, and like you like don't expect to see somebody that's kind of freaks you out, or when you hear talking and like, or when you're upstairs in the office you can hear people walking up the steps to come to the offices, and there's so many times that you'll hear every single step, and you'll look in the camera because there's a camera on the steps, and there'll be not a soul there, but you'll hear those footsteps.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Kirsten will be at work alone, and she'll like close the door and put her headphones on. She's like, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear a single thing that goes on. She's like, so I just keep my headphones on. I was like, I understand.
So what are the hours of the normal of the theater, like the normal
So
working hours?
so normally we open up at 12:45 and we're open till about 8:30 at night. We're open for matinees on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and then after school we're open for matinees all the time. But we always have nightly shows, and we have all the current movies. We have Minecraft. We have a Working Man. We have a whole bunch of stuff. We're getting Sinners this coming week, and I'm super excited about that because I love Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Um,
God, yes.
so I want to give a shout out to Ajeng. She's in Indonesia, so you're being watched in Indonesia right now.
Oh my gosh. Hello, hello.
So I like to give her a shout out because it's very late there for her, or early. I can't remember if she's behind or ahead of us, but um, she I think it's morning there. I'm pretty sure. But still, I have to give her a shout out. I was like, Paranormal Brews National International. She watches every
Yeah.
show.
Oh, that's so
She does.
sweet.
She watches every show, so I have to give her a little shout out.
Oh,
Thank you so much. And Alex is asking where at in PA. It's Huntington. Am I saying that right?
Huntington. Yeah.
Huntington,
PA.
PA. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're about how far from Gettysburg? 2 hours.
Yeah. About 2 hours. We're
You're probably
central.
so you're about four from me then, probably.
Pro-
Probably about four, which
Probably.
isn't bad. I just drove to Hinsdale, which is a 6.5 hour or 6 hour
I want
drive.
to go to Hinsdale so bad.
You should.
I
It's
want to.
it's really a really great place, and we went while we were there. We took the opportunity to go to Rolling Hills Asylum. Have you been there yet?
No.
Okay, so that put it on your bucket list. Rolling Hills.
Okay.
I'm
You
not.
ever go to you ever go to Cabin on 360?
Haven't been there yet.
Oh, go. Oh my gosh. The things I literally had voices in my face. We heard girls crying. We heard voices coming out of there was a circle of us. That was us and Forgotten Explorations.
I
They're
love them.
I know. They're the sweetest boys. They're
Yes,
the
I love them.
best.
I've had them on the brew a couple of times. I love them. They're great.
Yeah, they are. They're super great guys. Um uh but yeah, we were all there together with Kevin and Rachel, who I also adore. And out of the center of the circle of us, I mean, we just were hearing voices, and it was I was with Austin. I was like, oh my God, he's like run away from me. He's like, he just ran away from me and left me there. But he also broke my nail when we were in the basement together. So I'll never let him live that down. He did.
I did hear the cabin on 360 is pretty awesome.
Oh, place is fantastic. Very much worth it.
Um, so but I'm telling you, Rolling Hills. I mean, it was.
I've always wanted to go there.
We were there for 4 hours, and so I've been there twice. The first time I went there, I'm like, this is like a candy land. Like anything, like I saw things. I heard and felt things on my face, and like, and then like, and I was talking up so bad. You know, the Peaches wanted to go when we were at Hinsdale because it's an hour and a half from Hinsdale.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's take the opportunity. You know, Jossie's like, I want to go. I want to go. I'm going to take the opportunity. Nobody else has to go, but I'm going. We did a 4 hour day tour, and as soon as we're starting to set up, I hear a disembodied voice, and like I'm like, shit's starting already.
Yeah.
Like, and then we had got a lot of EVPs, and then we were getting, we got an intelligent response with the suit that hangs up and I'm like, this place does, this place is like, wants to talk.
I'm telling you, I want to go there. I want to
Yeah.
go there and Hinsdale House. I just love Daniel Class though.
Yeah, he's great. He's
He
awesome.
is. My
Yeah,
daughter, my daughter loves him so much.
yeah. I mean, he really is good, and their family's going through so much. So
I
we do
know.
what we
And they're
can.
so strong. That his daughter, I mean, is one of the toughest kids ever.
Yeah,
I mean, she's a little fighter.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
grown adults would crumble. That kid's like, nope, I got this.
yeah. Which
Tough.
is fantastic. I mean,
Yeah, it's a good attitude to have. It's a survival attitude.
she walks with her head high. She really
Yeah.
does.
She's a delight. I've never personally met her, but she's lovely.
No, I mean, just from pictures
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can see it that she
Yeah.
definitely holds her head high, which is,
Yeah, I know. Breaks my heart. Poor babies.
yeah, Rolling Hills was awesome. Yeah, it was. It was. Yep. Dan's awesome. Yeah. So how do people get in touch for the paranormal side of things? Like, do they go to you? Do they go to
Yeah,
the,
you can come to me. You can contact me personally, Ariel Gratta on Facebook or Ariel at the Clifton on TikTok. I answer my messages. Or you can just call the theater. I don't know if you tag the number in there, but just look up the Clifton Theater in Huntington, Pennsylvania, and we have a website and everything. So you just contact us and ask for me, and I'll book you up.
awesome. So do you do anything locally for the public there? The people that are into it? Like, like I assume that more people that live in town support or like it and are into it
Yeah,
than not, right? I mean, obviously, yeah, you're gonna have there's one or two people that are Karens, if you will,
yeah,
with a
we
K,
do have
not a
those.
T.
You gotta be specific.
But for the most part, the people that are in town.
Yeah, we have a very good group of people that love coming to our tours and stuff. So
So, what's the difference between like a tour and then like what Chris does, right? When he comes in, like, is that like, is it a ghost tour?
yeah, so we
Oh,
do
okay.
a paranormal investigation. We go to every theater. We bring our equipment.
You
You're
do like
allowed to
little
use
mini
our equipment.
events,
Huh?
like little mini events, like you'll
Like
have
little,
like,
yeah, like little mini events we do, like little bursts of fun. But most popular is just to book the place out because honestly, for from 11 to 11 for $400, you can do whatever you want.
yeah,
I'm just in the building to make sure that everybody's okay and if you have any questions. Otherwise, I leave everybody alone.
yeah. No, that sounds awesome. Like we all have blow up mattresses and shit. Like
Yeah.
we're
I
just pop
have
them
one in
down.
my closet at work. I'm like, I got this. Got a pillow and blanket. Always ready
Yeah,
for a nap.
yeah. But like I said, if we come out there, I'd want you to hang out with us as
Oh
long
my
as you
God,
know to.
absolutely.
You know what I mean, and
Yep.
investigate with us. I also think it would be good to have you there, only because I feel like, the spirit know you,
They know me.
and Kim's like, let's go. She's another peach.
Come on, baby. Let's
They're all
go.
wild. Um, but yeah, I told Jossie to put it on our list.
Okay,
Um,
good. Just
um,
let me know when you want to come.
yeah, I'll reach out to you for sure.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm like sitting there picturing that 360, and I can't imagine like how awesome that must have been back then. Because the
Listen,
theaters, that's different. That's different. Most theaters just had the stage.
yeah, the way it was set up was that so no matter where you sat, because it went out down and around, and so no matter where you sat, you could see everybody on the stage. So it was like lifted, and I don't even know how to explain it. But we don't have theater. But I believe that that's the way modern theaters are still held, is the way that the stage was back then. I believe that some theaters do it that way. But don't
Yeah.
quote me because I don't go to other theaters. We're not allowed to go to other theaters. We're not. If we don't get the movie and we want to see the movie, David's like, well, you can't go to the other theaters. That's too bad. I'm like, well, I'll just wait till it comes out.
I think it's awesome. It's such a cool, and I've never investigated a theater.
Yeah, I
Um,
love it. I never investigated theater until I worked here.
yeah. I mean, you go into some of these old theaters. There's some old theaters around here. There's the Majestic in Gettysburg. You know, we have
Yeah.
the Ritz Theater here in Jersey. You know, I mean, like these old theaters that where people just experienced, the people that went there experienced happiness and joy because they were
Yeah.
watching shows, and then the people that were performing, yes, it was hard work, and I'm sure there was like shit that went on behind the scenes and backstage, but
Of
for the
course.
most part they were doing what they love. So
Yeah.
there's so much positive stuff surrounding, you know what I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
you know,
We
inside
have
there.
we have Margaret Sweets, who is a Huntington native, and she made it pretty big in Hollywood, and she'd come back and sit in the theaters and watch all her movies with her fans.
Wow.
So we have documentation of that and pictures of her at the theater. So I mean, and she is who people believe they see. And I mean, she's one of the most beautiful women.
Yeah.
Should try
That,
to find her headshots. We have one headshot of her that we got from the Historical Society, but I never like looked into like
how the historical society, are they receptive to what you guys are doing?
there. So we have Lonnie who loves it, and he's one of our friends. But the older women, I think they think that there's something wrong with us. They're always like, "Oh yeah," and like they have like this book of like unsolved murders in town, and like I come in there and I'm like, "Oh my god, you got books on the dead? Can I look at them?" They think there's something wrong with us. They do.
Crazy.
And very sweet, but I
Yeah.
know that when we leave, they're like, "Thank God they left.
Well,
They
a
probably
lot of
stole
the
something."
yeah, a lot of the history people, they like condemn the ghost hunters and stuff
Oh
like that.
yeah.
And it's
That's
crazy because we're trying to keep history alive too, just in a different way.
yeah. We're contacting people that haven't been around for hundreds of years
That
sometimes.
could have been there.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like we're preserving history too. We're donating our monies. We're donating, you know, we're helping out to the places, you know what I mean? And we're also trying to keep the history alive.
Yeah.
No
I
pun.
mean, that's the whole point of it. I mean, and well, not the whole point of it, but I mean, that's
But
one of
I
the
mean,
points of the theater.
yeah, I mean, it's a big thing. I mean, preserving the history and keeping the history alive should be the biggest, you know, aside
Yeah.
from hopefully catching some good evidence, right?
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
obviously,
yeah,
figuring out what actually goes on when we die.
yeah, exactly. Do you have cameras in the place? Security cameras?
Yeah, we do. We
Do you ever capture anything on security cameras?
sometimes we do. I need to start saving them because it's all saved and downloaded. But I always write down like the times. But like, there's a few times that like we have a red rope that like goes across. So when the movies are in, we put this red rope across, and there's no way that like it's a heavy rope, and we've caught it like just swinging many times, and I'll sit there for hours and just like watch the cameras.
That's what I would do
Like,
too.
yeah, because there's always you'll catch orbs. I've seen people walk down four, but like so quickly.
You know, that's
But yeah,
something that's something that maybe you could do, like live stream one of the cameras overnight, you know, and get
I need to
people.
do that. I
Yeah,
need to go live when I'm working because the randomest things happen, and you'll
yeah.
always hear like talking in the background. It'll just be me, and somebody will be like, "Oh, I heard talking."
I mean, you could actually probably like to you know, get donations for the theater. You could
Yeah,
actually probably do like a Patreon and like say, oh, you know, here you get to watch the 24 hours of a live stream overnight for if you know if you're part of our Patreon, you know what I mean? And you
oh,
know,
that's a good idea.
yeah, and then have you know have that money go towards the theater. That would be extra money, you know, donating to the theater, so it's going back to the theater. You know, so
Yeah,
I think that's any way you can help the theater out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, I love the theater, and Dave loves the theater. I mean, I love theater in general. I love movies. I'm a big movie buff, so that's another reason I love working there. But yeah, no, I think it's super important.
uh oh, what happened?
Now, so sorry,
Hold
so
on,
sorry.
there you are. What happened?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. You blacked out for a minute. The last thing you said was, "Can you hear me?" You can't hear
I
me?
don't know what to do.
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Check your mic. Check your microphone. Hold on. I'm gonna comment here. Oh shoot. Wait a second. Check.
I
Oopsie.
don't know what happened.
Check your mic. Hold on. Where'd it go?
There's still meat out there.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
Stop. Stop.
She's not looking.
I think, like, I don't know if she can hear me.
I can hear you.
I don't know what to do.
I can hear you. Yes.
I know, puppy.
Can you not see me? I don't think she can see me.
I can see you, but you're frozen, so I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes,
Can you
I
see me?
can hear you and see you. Hold on.
I don't know what to do.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna message her. And I'll tell her, it is an hour. So I think I'm just gonna hold on, I'm gonna message her right now.
No.
Can you
I
see
hate
me?
technology.
I do too. So okay, so she oh, is she trying to get back in? All right, here she comes. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
All of a sudden everything went gone, and I just didn't know what happened.
So you were starting to say something really good. So I wanted to make sure that so you started to say that I said giving back to the theater and this and that. You were about to say something about that. Oh, stupid technology.
Listen, I'm not good at technology. I'm shocked I'm a paranormal investigator because there's
I'm not
times
good at
that
this.
no, I'm like terrible at some of this equipment. I was like,
Me
I can
too.
press record.
Right. I press record.
I press record. I do
Yeah.
so good. But like when I was growing up ghost hunting, all we had was EVPs and
Yeah.
our cameras and our click, and we had to like roll back
But
and
that's my
then go.
favorite kind of uh things to capture is EVPs. Like that's my
Yes,
I could just sit in a room for hours in the quiet and just listen
absolutely.
and just I love EVPs. It's my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do. It's my favorite thing to capture. It's my favorite thing to enter because
Because
it's
I
so
think it's so pure, like such a real catch.
like yeah, how can you like if nobody else said anything?
Yeah, you're the only person
Yeah.
there.
And even if not, like if you're there with them and like what happened example, we were at Rolling Hills and like two of the girls were in one room, two of the girls were standing in the hallway with me. I was down at the other end, and I said, I'm putting a recorder down by the chapel. And I hear, chapel, right? And I go, did one of you guys just say chapel? Because when I hear it, it sounds different than anybody else. So I know it's not. So I always have to go to them and go, did you guys just say chapel? And they're like, what? No. Ran down, got the recorder. I rewound it. Of course, you hear the recorder that was actually down by the chapel. All you hear is chapel. You hear this chapel word, right? But the room that the two girls were in, at that inside there, because that's I said it came down from where you guys are. It didn't come from the chapel where I was standing next to. It came from where they were at.
Yeah.
So I ran down. I rewound that, and now there's a sentence. Like so, it must have been in the room with them or near them because now you hear this chapel. Like it's like this longer thing that we can't make out. It's either saying like sit in the chapel or something. It's like this sentence, and I'm like, and that was literally within 5 minutes of us setting stuff up.
Oh man. See, I want to go. I haven't been on an investigation. I think the last place I actually like, I don't consider investigating the theater investigation because I like am there all the time. But like
Yeah,
the
you
last time I
are.
went and did an investigation was probably Cabin on 360, and that was
Yeah.
it was
Well, see,
wicked.
that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you dispute that?
I don't know. I'm there
How
all
do
the
you?
time, and
No, no, no.
I
I mean, like when you capture stuff like that, when you capture like, I heard it with my ears. You captured on the recorder because we were talking about EVPs being
yeah,
like how do you? And none of the girls
you
that like
can't dispute it,
how like
and
where does it come
that's
from?
why I love EVP so much because it's genuine proof. I mean, how else are you gonna explain it? I mean, people always come up with stories. Oh, the voice was pre-recorded and put it on there, and you just went over it. Listen, I don't even know how to work my iPhone, and I'm lucky I got back into this call.
Yeah,
So I definitely can't
I'm
manipulate
just like
any
you.
kind of evidence.
That's what I said. I go. I don't know how to edit recordings. I'm too afraid to do it. So
Nope.
whenever I put out EVPs, they're raw. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
because I don't know how to mess with the audio, and I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
I'm so glad that I'm not the only one. I'm like,
You
I'm
are
like the
not the
worst
only one.
investigator because I can't do any of that.
You are
Austin from Forgotten kept trying to explain to me how to like make videos. Bless his soul because I did not.
I wouldn't
Nope,
know either.
don't understand it.
This is the extent of videoing that I do.
Yeah,
Unless
see, I
I
could
go
probably do
live.
something like this. I would
Yeah,
press play and I'm good.
yeah, and I'll go live at locations, but
Yeah, I'll go live.
I'm not pre-recording and editing. And I actually had asked 2 weeks ago what B-roll was. I had no idea what B-roll was because I hear everybody talk about it like, oh, we were filming B-roll, and I'm like, what? I finally was like, what the fuck is
What's
B-roll? I
B-roll?
don't even know. So
That's all right. I can't do the video thing. I'll go live. And like I make short little I make my videos are weird. I'm a weirdo. Okay. So if you
you're
watch
not
my
weird.
stuff, I'm funny.
I love you.
Okay.
You're funny. You're
I
very
love you.
funny.
Thank you.
You're very
I
funny.
am a little odd, but it's all right.
You're
My
not.
mom loves me,
I
so
love it. But like, yeah, you saw my intro video.
yeah.
I made that, and I'm never changing it because I'm like, that is like the best thing that I've ever done.
Listen, I was like, wow, that's so cool. I could never do that.
I wouldn't even know what to do. I'm like, how did I do that? Like, I watch it and I'm like,
Mm-mm.
holy shit, how did I do that?
No. I'm not good at editing. I can't do any of that.
Me
I
neither.
can press record and
Yeah,
I can rewind it and listen back. See, I'm good at that.
yeah, that's
We
it.
use the Phasma box, and I like that because all you have to do is just turn that on and hear voices, and it'll just talk back and forth to you.
Yeah,
Love
a lot
that.
of the people use that and love it.
Yeah, I do because you get so many good responses out of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try like Larry. When we go to the bash, Larry wants to go onto the inside the park, where the battlefield slash park, and he wants to use that thing or some
Yeah,
phasma box or something like that
yeah.
in the park. And I'm like, all right, I'll take you around. We'll go do it.
I want to go with you.
Okay, yeah, come.
Mhm.
It'll be fun.
I
It'll be
want to.
awesome. Yeah.
That's it.
So Thursday, I think. I don't know, when are you coming in?
I was trying to come in here soon to Gettysburg because I'm gonna book a table at the bash. Well, I already booked a table. I just have to go.
What day are you coming in? Are you coming in Thursday or Friday?
Oh, for the bash?
Yeah.
Probably Thursday evening.
Okay.
Where are you
Well,
staying? Are you staying?
at the place, yeah.
Yeah, at the place. Okay.
Yeah. But I think we're gonna probably go out in the park like during the day. Um,
Yeah.
because Larry, I think he's gonna be the rest of the weekend. He's gonna be vending, right? So he's not gonna be
Okay.
able to do anything. But I don't know if they're doing ghost hunts at night again or not at the farm at the
At that house that's like right in front of the hotel. Yeah, I wanted to go there. That place looked pretty cool.
it is cool.
I went with Steven. It was Steven, Dills, Andy, and them, and we all went to, I can't remember. It was one of the houses out in Gettysburg, and we did an investigation there last time we were there for the event.
I wonder which one it was.
I can't remember the name of the house.
Did it have yellow around the shutters and around because I feel like one year they went to Thaddeus Stevens' house.
Thaddeus. I love that name.
Yeah.
No,
Was
I
it,
can't remember.
was it a farmhouse like in the middle of the battlefield?
Yeah, and then there was like it was by train tracks.
So it was either maybe I'm not even going to pretend to guess because there's so many places you can stay
There's
there.
so many places out there. I have no idea. I'm lucky I remember my name. It's gonna be my next tattoo. So I looked down and like I'm Ariel. So I don't forget. Can't remember.
I love it. Well, we have come to that time, unfortunately. I want to
Okay.
thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you for having me.
I definitely want to figure out something for the peaches to come out there, even if it's not this year, if it's next year, because
Yeah, whatever you guys want.
yeah. Let's figure that out. Especially we can sleep there. We're like all in.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen, I take naps there all the time. It's a great place to take a nap.
Oh, that's what I was asking you about the camera. We're not getting back into it. Sorry. I was just at the end. See, I have ADHD too, so
Me
it's
too,
like,
baby. It's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I got a touch of the tism, I think.
Yeah. Touch the tism. I love it. I love you. So I guess I'll see you at the bash for sure.
Yeah. I'll be at the bash. The Clifton Theater will have its own booth like we did last year.
Awesome.
So I love the bash. I love Pam and them. So
Yeah. And everybody that's watching, please share the show out, not for me, but for my beautiful guest, Ariel. And that wonderful place that she runs the paranormal out of, the Clifton Theater in Huntington, PA. Please share the show out for them. Go show them some love. Book an investigation there. Share their pages out, please.
I'm there all the time. You can just come see me.
And I'm serious. You should probably do the Patreon, and I guarantee people would pay to watch a live stream for 24 hours to catch something.
We could do that all the time. I actually have to think about doing that.
Yeah, you should think about something like
that.
That
was smart. I never thought to do something like that.
I think that would be awesome because I'm one of those crazy idiots that would watch it. You know what I mean?
See, I'm the type of person that would sit there and be like, I'm going to catch something.
I know.
I can't leave my house right now, but I can watch this from my bed.
There's something about watching security cameras in somebody else's place.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right?
There's so many times we see things on the security cameras and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Right in front of us and we just don't see it.
Look, you already got 2 people now that said they would watch. I'm watching.
Right. You have to start doing that. Well, thank you so much for having me. It was like,
thank you for coming on.
Greatest.
Thank you for coming on. We'll have to have you on again, or when we come out to there, we'll go live from there and maybe do some stuff from there. That'd be awesome. I would love.
Absolutely. All right.
Love you.
Love you too.
Look, I would watch it.
Good.
See?
All right, then I wouldn't have to do it.
Yeah, you're getting some people saying that they would watch it.
Look at that brain working. I like it. Giving me advice.
I just think it would be because it would be something that I would want to watch.
Yeah, see, I mean, I would watch those things too, but I never thought to sit there and do what I could. Listen, the things that we catch there would probably be wild.
Yeah. Do they have audio too? The cameras, the capability to have audio?
Our cameras don't have audio.
Still, I mean, something to think about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And do, because I would totally watch it.
Putting sound in probably wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah. I think so. I think that would be good. All right, babe. You go get some rest. I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you so much for having me. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. She was amazing. Like I said, please share the show out, not for me, but for my guest. I would really appreciate that. Paranormal Brew is booked until June, so please join me next Wednesday for more spooky stuff. Until next time, sweet dreams, everyone.